Coming up on KUJH News, an update on an apartment fire in Lawrence, a look into KU's club sports, and a construction update on the Wesco Stairs.
Live from the studio in Stauffer Flint at the University of Kansas, you're watching KUJH News.
Good morning and welcome back to KUJH News. I'm Venus Beeland.
And I'm Lauren Ritchie.
This morning we start with the tuberculosis outbreak spreading through the Kansas City metro area. This is one of the largest outbreaks in United States history. Most recently, there are reports of 67 active infections, 79 latent infections, and 2 deaths. This is a contagious disease that is actively spreading.
Is caused by a bacteria that principally involves the lung, and it usually is transmitted person to person with prolonged contact.
Health officials recommend putting on a mask if you are feeling sick or concerned in public.
Sam is here in the studio to give us a look at this week's forecast. Sam, how's it looking out there?
Well, Lauren, compared to the dreary day we had yesterday, things are definitely looking up. We had some overnight cloud cover, but a weak cold front moved through a couple hours ago, taking all the cloud cover with it as it ushered in more dry air into our area. We're sitting at 37 degrees right now, with a post-frontal northerly wind is making it feel a couple degrees colder. I expect a high temperature around 44 this afternoon, which is right in line for what I expect this time of year, and nothing like that warm 70-degree day we had 2 years ago. Lauren?
Thank you, Sam. We just need to bear a few more weeks of this winter cold.
This Monday, a federal judge extended his block of the Trump administration freeze on federal grants and loans. The freeze, that could still head to the Supreme Court, sparked lawsuits from 22 states and multiple nonprofit groups.
And so that freeze sent a lot of chaos throughout the state. Even now, with the supposed unfreeze, there are still a lot of nonprofits and agencies who do not know if the funding that they have been allocated for the coming year is going to be reliable.
The ruling prevents the pause on already granted funds through at least February 3rd.
And now residents across 6 apartment units at a complex in the 1800 block on 26th Street are being relocated by the Red Cross after a fire occurred yesterday, February 5th at 2:45 a.m. People nearby said flames could be seen from Iowa Street. A total of 27 firefighters responded to the scene. Officials reported no injuries and the cause is still under investigation. Still ahead, we'll give you a full recap of the Grammys, including who took home the big awards this year and the hot spots for this year's Super Bowl Sunday.
You may not hear it at first, but it's there. Our chant, rising. On this summit, callings converge, voices unify into a chorus that sounds out for good. For greatness. Can you hear it?
Welcome back.
Sam is here to tell us more about the upcoming forecast.
Yes. Thank you, Venus. Taking a look at temperatures around the area right now, we're at 38 degrees here in Lawrence, 40 down in Ottawa, and 37 up in Tonganoxie and out in Topeka. Looking at satellite right now, you look off to our east, giant mess over there. There's snow, there's rain up along the east coast, but here in Lawrence, clear skies have prevailed, and that will continue throughout the rest of the day today, as that frontal system is just continuing to push the clouds on further down to our south. As we go through the next couple of hours, at 2 p.m. we'll be at 42 degrees, 43 at 4, and cooling off into the low 30s by 8 p.m. tonight with the skies remaining clear. Overnight will drop to a low around 24 degrees, with the wind starting to pick back up a little bit as we get into tomorrow morning. Taking a look at our surface map right now. Again, off to the east, there's snow up in the New England area, rain off along the east coast. Whereas here, high pressure is now dominating our weather, and that will keep things fairly quiet now for the next couple of days. Tomorrow, expect a high temperature around 40. Saturday will be breezy at around 43. There is a chance for some morning showers, but I do not expect that to impact any plans that you may have. And Sunday, be a couple degrees cooler, down at 34 degrees. Taking a look at some basketball forecasts now over the next 7 days. Saturday, 39 and partly cloudy for the Sunflower Showdown at K-State. Then Tuesday for KU versus Colorado, a whole different story now. 21 degrees at tip-off with a chance of snow. And the snow chances will be the main factor for next week as a whole, really. Taking a look at the 7-day forecast, enjoy those temperatures in the 40s while you can, because those will soon be gone. There will essentially be a chance for snow Monday through Wednesday for the entire duration of that period. I do not expect it to be as heavy as that one storm we had over break that brought us a whole foot of snow, but I would not be surprised if we see a couple of inches total of snowfall by the time our next show rolls around next week. Venus?
Thank you, Sam. Looking forward to some warmer days ahead. Now, Charlie Ann dives into the 67th Annual Grammy Awards show that aired this past Sunday.
The 67th Annual Grammy Awards delivered a night to remember. Hosted for the 5th time by Trevor Noah, the awards show decided to use its platform to do some good. Taking place in Los Angeles just weeks after devastating wildfires, the Grammys turned the spotlight to recovery efforts. Commercial breaks featured local businesses impacted by the fires, and the audience was directed to a QR code. That QR code ended up raising $7 million for Music Care's fire relief and other charities. And now, on to the big winners. Record and Song of the Year went to Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. Beyonce's album Cowboy Carter secured not only Best Country Album, but also Album of the Year. This is her first win in the category after 4 nominations. And Best New Artist went to Chappell Roan, who asked record labels to
would offer a livable wage and health care, especially to developing artists.
Throughout the night, several artists used their time on stage to address political issues. Shakira dedicated her Grammy to
all my immigrant brothers and sisters.
And Lady Gaga supported the LGBTQ community.
Trans people are not invisible. Trans people deserve love. The queer community deserves to be lifted up.
And Global Impact Award winner Alicia Keys highlighted the importance of diversity programs.
Backgrounds with different points of view, and it changes the game. DEI is not a threat, it's a gift.
This year, the Grammys proved that music has power. Power to unite, power to heal, and power to inspire. And that's a wrap on this year's Grammys. I'm Charlie Ann Ortiz, and back to you.
The 67th Annual Grammy Awards were nothing short of entertaining this year. What a powerful way to use a platform.
A local talent show hit the Lead Center stage this past Sunday, but the talent was Lawrence School District's very own students. KUJH reporter Sydney Clark attended the event and shows us more about this annual show that brings the community together for a cause.
A show-stopping evening, making their mark on the Lead Center stage one step, one instrument, or one voice at a time. A stage known for Broadway performances and top artists is now, for one night, home to middle and high school students.
I just think it's amazing because you're up here with like these huge performers and these huge productions, and then there's just like me, like a high schooler that gets to be up there.
Kylie Shee is a senior at Lawrence High School who performed an original piece of poetry work. She joined a dozen other students in an experience that challenged them to step out of their comfort zones and put themselves out there.
It really it felt like I was putting myself out there, and I'm really proud because that's something that was really scary to me, but everybody was so supportive, and seeing so many people come and watch me.
And this moment was all made possible 9 years ago when a junior LHS student brought his idea to life. Now, the Lawrence Schools Foundation has raised over $110,000 from this event. And all of the money raised from Ovation pours directly back into the Lawrence School District to raise money for scholarships, grants, and more events like this one. Some of the performances include aerialists, singers, pianists, ballet, and hip-hop dancers, as well as Irish step dancers.
Really such a unique event because unless you go to that particular school, or maybe you go to the art center and watch ballet or see a comedian or an aerialist, you won't get to see this talent. And I think that's one of the unique things, because there's no other show like it.
Dina Johnson is the director of the Lawrence Schools Foundation and in charge of the Ovation Show. Her favorite part is seeing students from all over the district showcase their skills in front of their families, friends, and teachers. For KUJH News, I'm Sydney Clark.
The event was hosted by the voice of the Kansas Jayhawks, Brian Haney. It's been 444 days now since the last time the Kansas City Chiefs and Philadelphia Eagles matched up. In 3 short days, we've got a rematch in Super Bowl 59. If you're looking for a place to watch the game in Lawrence, KUJH's Coop Hannon got the insight on some good deals you might want to look into.
Looking for a spot to watch the big game and conveniently hang around Mass, and it's not Logie's, Leroy's, Dempsey's, or Jefferson's? Well, I'm Coop Hannon, and let me take you on my 3 underrated gems to watch the Super Bowl and have great Super Bowl specials.
The first place on my list is Mr. Brew's Tap House. Located on Mass Street, this restaurant is one of Lawrence's best kept secrets. Still unsure on watching the Super Bowl here? Well, listen to these deals.
We are going to be doing 2 for $12 apps, $1 wings, and then $4 KC beers.
While Mr. Brew's may look empty right now, an excellent turnout is widely expected.
Last year was a pretty big turnout, so I am expecting it'll be pretty packed this year.
Only its second Super Bowl at this location, Mr. Brew's has a wide variety of draft beers and tons of TVs, making it a premium place to watch the game. The second sneaky spot is the Bourgeois Pig. Also located on Mass Street, this hole-in-the-wall bar makes for an excellent place to watch the game.
We're going to do a watch party so anybody can come and hang out with us.
A tempting offer. The Bourgeois Pig will have a massive projector and its everyday cheap beers.
We're going to probably grab some snack trays, so we'll provide some snacks, maybe get a pizza.
Speaking of pizza, this leads me to my 3rd undiscovered treasure in Lawrence, and that's your own home. Since Sunday is also National Pizza Day, many restaurants such as Minsky's will be doing carry-out deals. Make sure to check those out. And for more, I'm Cooper Hannon, KUJH News.
Thanks, Coop. It's a very tempting offer. You know I love some pizza. With the Chiefs making their 4th Super Bowl appearance in 5 years, Lawrence restaurants continue to hold hosts for the biggest sporting event.
With the rise in popularity of combat sports, participating in martial arts training programs has become a growing interest. KUJH reporter Kayla Beasley visited the KU Jiu-Jitsu Club to showcase the program and why students are interested in joining.
The KU Club sports program offers a wide variety of student-run and operated clubs for students to enroll in. Among these, the KU Jiu-Jitsu Club, located at the Ambler Student Recreation Center, stands out as a unique learning experience.
A while back, when the club was in its infancy, it wasn't very large, only a handful of members, handful of guys that would come in here and train. But now, of course, we get anywhere from 10 to 25 different people per practice.
Another appealing aspect for the club is the cost compared to other locations. Mork shared his insights to how the KU Jiu-Jitsu Club stands out.
Most gyms will range between, anywhere from 80 to, on the steeper side, $150 to $200. We're essentially cost-free, aside from the odd t-shirt to generate some revenue.
Club member Blake Nelson also shared his experience with the club in comparison to other training locations.
I just think the KU Jiu-Jitsu Club offers the best training for what you have to do to be a member of the club. It's like you're not paying like $100 or $200 a month, going to like a real jiu-jitsu gym or anything like that. So it's just like such a nice advantage being a student here.
Beyond the cost factor, the club's environment has also made an appealing option for new members like Dutch Keogh.
Yeah, I love the environment. Like I said, Tuesday was my first day over here, and everybody's just welcoming. And I'm a pretty big guy, but I'm also like one of the worst guys in jiu-jitsu. I've been getting beat up here Tuesday and today. And so, yeah, it's pretty humbling, but everybody's nice and it's cool.
Caleb Beasley, KUJH News.
The Jiu-Jitsu Club meets in the Martial Arts Room in the Ambler Recreation Center on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. and Fridays from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Looking ahead, we've got some more Super Bowl content, and Lindsay will be in the studio with an update on KU sports.
From adversity, we rose. We made history and
came pioneers, voyagers, champions, Jayhawks. And when our chant rises, haunting and hallowed, Jayhawks are telling the world what's near. Victory.
Welcome back to KUJH Sports. I'm Lindsay Ryan. This weekend is an important one for Kansas sport fans with the Sunflower Showdown in Manhattan on Saturday for the men's basketball team, and the Kansas City Chiefs looking to make history as the first team to win 3 Super Bowls in a row. With a lot of speculation around the Chiefs and their so-called assisted wins, there's been a lot of controversy around this year's team. KUJH's Caden Baird takes a deeper dive into the dispute.
The Kansas City Chiefs are 4 quarters away from football immortality come Sunday. Many are taking to social media to voice their concerns and opinions that the NFL is rigging games for the Chiefs.
They have the highest possible standards. That's a ridiculous theory for anyone who might take it seriously.
Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce were asked the same during their most recent Super Bowl media row.
What do you love more, Taylor Swift or phantom 15-yard roughing the passer penalties in the playoffs? You have had so many great people help you win. So who is your favorite ref?
A converted Chiefs fan said this behavior is nothing new.
Same thing that I saw growing up with the Patriots. It's everybody wants to find a way on why they're winning, not just they're a good football team.
A fan who understands both sides.
I was in the weird situation being a Tampa Bay fan, and I hated Tom Brady until he put on that uniform, and all of a sudden I love Tom Brady.
Or could it be as simple as jealousy of success?
And people say, refs can win games and all of that, but I mean, I think it's at the end of the day just people getting mad from constant success.
Of the last 20 teams to compete in the Super Bowl, the Chiefs cracked least penalized top 5 just once. Does that make them a villain or a martyr for losing franchises?
If you win a lot and that causes you to be a villain, then I'm okay with it.
Once the heroes of the NFL, the Chiefs have lived or succeeded long enough to see themselves become the villain, though it seems they are just fine in that role. Caden Baird, KUJH Sports.
Thanks, Caden. We'll see how those rumors pan out come Sunday. It's time to head to the streets and see what the Chiefs and non-Chiefs fans have planned for the big game.
As a lifelong Chiefs fan, I wanted to see how Chiefs fans are celebrating the Super Bowl.
And as an out-of-state student who is not a Chiefs fan, I wanted to see what students like me are going to be doing for the big game.
Some students who aren't fans still plan to go out and watch,
Yeah, we were thinking about going to like Logie's or Leroy's.
while others are using the opportunity to party at home with homemade food.
We're gonna hang out with some friends and have a dip competition.
We're gonna have a party, just get some friends together, and we're just gonna watch the game and go Chiefs. I'm not a big Eagle. Look, I don't like the Eagles fans, but you know what? I'll root for the Chiefs this year, low key.
Fans plan on going to the bars and are trying to finalize where they will watch from.
I think I'm gonna watch it with my friends. I don't know, cheer the Chiefs on. I mean, we got a 3-peat.
Sophomore Michael Bell will watch with his family as they cheer on the Chiefs with an extra exciting reason. His sister is a Chiefs cheerleader.
My family is throwing a big party that I'm probably going to go home for. As much as I would love to be on Mass Street this week, that would be super cool. But my sister's a cheerleader for the Chiefs, so we got a little extra to root for.
Overall, Chiefs fans or not, it looks like students are looking forward to celebrating the Super Bowl on Sunday.
Including watching with friends, lots of food and drinks, watching the commercials, the halftime show, and of course, trying to see the Chiefs attempt to do what no other NFL team has done. For KUJH, Jonah Kahn.
And Lily Schutzenhofer.
Thanks, guys. Sunday is bound to be fun. Speaking of things to celebrate, KU Athletics has seen a lot of recent success in the past few weeks. The tennis team is on a 5-0 start to their season for the first time since 2015. On Friday, the Jayhawks swept Omaha 7-0 and defeated Wichita State 5-2 in a doubleheader. Gracie Mulville played a part in the sweep, moving to 4-0 for herself in singles this season. Kansas will be back on the court tomorrow at 4 p.m. to take on the Wisconsin Badgers. The KU women's golf team continues to make program history after winning 4 straight titles. Lily Hurst led her team to a first-place finish in the Match at the Desert and went on to win the tournament individually. On Tuesday, Lauren Clark won the Jayhawks' most recent tournament, the PDI Intercollegiate, finishing 15 under after 3 rounds, making it the lowest 54-hole score in KU women's golf history. Kansas will travel to Arizona for the Wisconsin Westbrook Invitational on February 23rd.
The softball team is back on the mound as they open up their season at FAU's Paradise Classic. They will begin their 5-game slate today facing number 25 Clemson. The Jayhawks finished the 2024 season with a record high 28 wins, the most in program history since the 2018 season. To stay up to date with all of the sports happening over the weekend, head over to KUJHnews.com. Let's hear from our own Jenna Zaire, who has a preview on what's to come next week.
With the Super Bowl coming up, sports bettors are looking for their next big win. From high risk, high reward, same-game parlays to simpler bets like who's going to take home the Vince Lombardi Trophy, there's something for everyone. But with parlays, it's all or nothing. Get one prompt wrong and you lose everything. From out-of-pocket bets like whether there'll be an octopus at the game to whether or not Travis Kelce will propose at Sunday's game, the cash outs are endless. Next Thursday, we'll hear from a couple of college students about their bets and how the results stacked up.
Coming up next, we have updates on Lunar New Year activities, the rec center upgrades, and more. Stay with us.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome back. Venus, do you have any plans for the Super Bowl?
Of course. I'm looking forward to a garage watch party, some 7-layer dip, and hopefully a Chiefs win. Sam is here one last time to give us a look at the forecast for Super Bowl weekend.
Thank you, Venus. You'll probably have to have that garage door closed though, because it'll be 30 degrees when kickoff happens here in Lawrence. Wind chill down to 25. Similar conditions out in KCMO for any watch parties out in that area. And New Orleans, of course, it's in the dome. The weather doesn't matter that much, but man, am I jealous. 75 degrees for them down there, and be a completely different story here. As I said, it'll be a chilly start to next week, and the end does not look much better at all. So Venus, I sure hope that you enjoy these cooler conditions, because that is what we're going to have for at least the next 7 to 10 days.
Thanks, Sam. We'll be making sure to be bundling up. It's the Year of the Snake, and KU Center for East Asian Studies is here to help us celebrate. We're a week into the Lunar New Year, and KU is celebrating with a festival filled with tasty food, music, and tradition. Thanks to student union activities and the Center for East Asian Studies, the Lawrence community doesn't have to go far to experience the over 3,000-year-old tradition. This year, the family-friendly event will be focused on performance and will be filled with music and dancing.
We have a few people coming from outside of Lawrence, so we have a Japanese traditional dance group that is usually based out of K-State coming down. We have a K-pop cover group called Oblivion who have won several awards at different contests coming in. And of course we do have KU Charisma and Unity Hip Hop performing.
This year's festival offers activities for the whole family. Event goers can listen in to traditional Japanese storytelling or stop by tables for crafts and enjoy Asian cuisine. Some might even get a red envelope, a 2,000-year-old tradition said to symbolize good luck, prosperity, and protection in the new year.
There's going to be a lot going on. There'll be bingo, some activities and tabling, coloring and activity sheets. So we really want to share, the East Asian cultures that we are focusing on with as much people as we can, and it's all free.
The festival takes place tonight at 6 p.m. in the Kansas Union. Get there early for your best chance to snag food and envelopes. For more information, check out KU East Asia on Instagram.
The Ambler Student Recreation Center, funded by the students at KU, includes 6 full-size basketball courts. Over winter break, there was a 6-week renovation project to acquire some changes. KUJH's Caden Lecce has more.
With a new semester upon us, the KU Rec Center has recently remodeled their courts. With intramurals starting this week too, these courts will have plenty of use these next couple of months. This 6-month project has students more excited to use these courts than ever.
I would say the new courts are, great, not slippery, work well, everything's good.
According to the Associate Director of Facilities Management, Christopher Wash, all Jayhawk logos were reoriented south and increased in size by 20%. The perimeter lines were updated from a 2-inch black line to an 8-inch blue line, KU Recreation Services was added to the center of the courts, and the high school three-point line was changed to yellow. The ability for students to achieve a healthy success was at the top of their goals before this project began. The feeling of not having to slip around while playing was a key goal from the students, as well as no more rolled ankles.
I think they're pretty good, not slippery, good hoops. I like them.
It's safe to say that the new project at the Recreation Center has gone over quite well with the students. With pickup games, intramurals, and even volleyball, these courts are going to be put to use right away. Wash has said that his next goal for the building is to utilize the valuable resources to enhance the experience for the entire Jayhawk community. For more information on the Rec Center and the newly upgraded courts, visit KUJH's website.
Thanks, Caden. The courts are looking good as new.
If you've had classes near Wesco this year, you may have noticed the caution tape and construction cones around the stairs.
KUJH's Taylor Doyle tells us about the damage to Wesco stairs and the scheduled timeline for repair.
The University of Kansas has been open for over 150 years, so it comes to no surprise that some of the buildings are in need of repairs, including Wesco Hall's stairs. Director of Facility and Planning Mark Breiske explains the deterioration of Wesco's rock and chalk.
So we had a structural engineer actually go out and verify that the stairs were safe to be on. The edge of the stairs look bad. So there's a piece of concrete missing from where the handrail columns go down into the stair. So we know that's a problem. What's happening is water's getting down between the concrete and the steel of the handrail. When steel rusts, it expands, and it expands more than concrete can actually handle.
Students with classes in Wesco have been impacted by the repairs.
So there's people coming up on the same stairwell, people coming down, so I kind of got run over.
According to a statement from KU's News, the repairs will include patching landings and the concrete where the existing handrails are. The handrails will also be redesigned.
When that building was built, the handrail was an acceptable handrail. Today, it doesn't meet accessibility guidelines because you have to be able to grip a handrail. No one can grip that handrail. So that'll be changed. There'll be some other changes of how it sets into the concrete to prevent what happened this time from happening again.
While the stairs do not look appealing, they're safe to be used. According to the University of Kansas, Wesco's east stairs are expected to be fixed this summer. For KUJH News, I'm Taylor Doyle.
Thanks, Taylor. Definitely looking forward to using those stairs after the repairs.
Well, that's all we have for you this morning. Make sure you guys stay warm out there, and let's go Chiefs. You can check out KUJH on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram for exclusive content and keep up to date on the latest stories at KUJHnews.com. I'm Lauren Ritchie.
And I'm Venus Beeland. KUJH News will be back next Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Have a good day.